Good morning everyone. Welcome back to our YouTube channel, Our Magical World. So today in this video I will be telling you about science. You know what is the concept of science, which is also called as science, and I have Crest notebooks. Can you see these are my science books? And very thank you for 72 subscribers. We are 30 near to reach 100. And please make us reach 100 subscribers soon. And we'll throw a very big party to celebrate because we hit 100 subscribers. Because we're going to hit 100 subscribers soon. And please support us to get 100 soon. Okay? As well as 200, 300, 400. अभी हमारे 72 सब्सक्राइबर्स हो चुके हैं, 70 से 72 हो गए हैं. And now you will see now let me teach you some various concepts of science. So let's start. So our first chapter in the science notebook is going to be plants and animals. Who knows what are plants and animals? Raise your hand, students who knows what are plants and animals. Those who have any doubts and those who have any questions, please do write down in the chat box. Please do write down in the comment box given below the video, and write down your doubts, questions in the comment box, and we will surely answer your questions of any subject of mathematics, of science, of EVS or science. You can ask doubts of mathematics, of science, of English, of Hindi, of art, any concept, and we'll answer them also faster. So let's start. The first chapter in the science book is going to be plants and animals. So let's start. What is the habitat and its importance? Plants and animals live in different kind of places in our world. The natural home or environment where a plant or animal lives and grows is called its habitat. You must learn this. Please underline the words in your textbook. Underline the words in your science textbook, students. And now let's start with the chapter. Every living being has different needs in terms of food, water, shelter and weather conditions. So different plants and animals inhabit different habitats. There are many kinds of habitats found on the earth. Deserts, mountains, plains and water are some examples of different habitats. Different habitats have different environmental conditions. So living beings have to adapt themselves to these conditions for their survival. So now let's come to the habitats around the world. Plants and animals are found in all parts of the earth. We can classify or group plants and animals on the basis of their habitat. Habitat is the natural home of a living thing. Environmental conditions such as climate, rainfall, temperature and soil in different habitats vary. There are two main types of habitats in the world, which is terrestrial or land habitat and aquatic or water habitat. Now let's see some examples of terrestrial habitat. Some terrestrial or land habitats are forest, desert, grassland and mountain. And we have some examples of aquatic habitats, which are pond, lake, river and ocean. On land we may find living organisms living in plains, in hills, in deserts and in marshes and grassland and coastal plains and forests. These plants and animals are terrestrial organisms. Plants and animals that live in water bodies such as oceans, seas, ponds and rivers and lakes are called aquatic animals. Now let's go to the features of behavior that an animal or a plant develops to live in a particular environment is called its adaptations. Adaptations are special. What are adaptations, students? They are some different features of animals that they need to survive in the earth. Now let's come to understand the adaptations of different plants and animals. Now let's see some habitats in our country. India is a huge country. It is the 7th largest nation in the world. Our country India has 28 states and 8 union territories. These states are located in various regions of the country. Underline the word regions. All these regions have different temperature, weather and location. Some states are part of the mountains. Some are in plains and some are in coastal areas near water. In India, we have a big deserts too. Now let's see. Our country is divided into 6 main regions, which is the Great Indian Mountains, the Northern Plains, the Thar Desert, the Deccan Plateau, and the coastal plains and the islands. Now can you see in the picture of your textbook, friends, in your notebook? You can see the picture of a map. Please write the date and the classwork. Put the heading Chapter 1 Plants and Animals, and then you have to draw this map using a scale or a ruler, okay, if it's possible. Now let's see the next one, okay. Terrestrial plants and animals adaptation. So what does the word terra mean? The word terra means land. So terrestrial plants are those that live on land. Okay, now let's see plants and animals of the northern mountains. Now let's see some adaptations of the plants and animals living in the northern mountains. So let's start. Okay, plants of the northern mountains. Due to the large amount of snow, plants that grow here need to adapt themselves to survive in the cold. The trees that grow here are called conifers. What they are called? They are called conifers. They do not bear flowers. Instead, they have cones that contain seeds from which new plants are formed. Trees like pine, cedar, fir, and spruce grow here. The plants that grow in hills and mountains are generally tall and straight. They have woody, brown and sturdy stems. Roots of these plants grow deep to anchor the plants in uneven terrain. This helps them to withstand high-speed winds and heavy rains. Many trees have conical shape so that sunlight may reach at the leaves even at the bottom. Their cone shape allows the leaves in the lower region of the plant to also get exposure to sunlight. It also allows snow to slide down easily. They have needle-like leaves. This shape of the leaves allows snow to slide down easily and also reduce water loss from them. If you have any doubt, please tell me to repeat in the comment box. Okay, if you want me to repeat any sentence, you can ask me in the comment box to repeat it in the comment. I will reply and answer all your doubts. Okay, please remember this and don't be afraid to write your questions in the comment. It's okay. Students may need time to open up a little bit. Okay, so it's okay to all the parents whose students are facing this problem in schools, in classes, in universities, whether they are. Okay, let's start. Animals in the northern mountain. Most of the animals inhabiting the northern mountains are thick-skinned. To overcome the bitter cold, they have thick fur or wool. Some animals found in mountain region are snow leopard, yak, blue sheep, ibex, tahar, and giant horn sheep. Yaks have large lungs and heart, which help them to breathe in less oxygen at higher altitudes. Okay, well, altitude means height. Remember this. This is their special feature or adaptation. Now let's go to understand. You know what are deciduous trees and evergreen trees? You already know this. You may studied this in the previous grades. Now let's see. You may know the adaptations of cactus. They have thick fleshy stem that stores water. Leaves are modified into spines to reduce water loss and protect them from being eaten. This is the very common adaptation in the cactus. Shallow widespread roots to absorb water quickly. Thick waxy coating on the stem to prevent water loss through pores. You may know the animals in the desert region. Animals are the most common animal found in the desert. They are used for transportation in the Thar desert. Therefore, they are also called the ship of the desert. These facts or adaptations are highlighted in the infographic given here. Can you please, is the screen visible, students, right here? Can you see this? These are the adaptations of cactuses and these are the adaptations of camels. So let's read them out. The camel's nostrils close to prevent sand from entering the nose. The camel has thick fur on the top of their bodies to provide shade from the desert sun. The camel has thick, thin fur. Elsewhere, to excess heat may easily be released. The camel's hump stores fat, which aids survival for long periods without food and water. The camel's legs are long and strong, keeping the surface heat of the sand away from the body. The camel's feet are large and flat, spreading surface weight to make the walking on the sand easier. Now you may know what are coastal ecosystems. Now let's not do this because we will waste our time. You will know what are aerial roots. The trees like mangroves have breathing roots, which are also known as aerial roots. Some aquatic plants are lotus. For example, there are so many aquatic flowers. And there are some aquatic animals also. Aquatic animals have modified body structures that help them to adjust to the aquatic habitat known as their adaptation. So let's start to see the adaptations of the fish. Gills to breathe in water. Streamlined or boat-shaped body to move easily in the water. Slippery scales that help them to move and escape predators. Fins and tail to swim and change direction. Both types of animals develop unique features or adaptations that are suited to survive in their environment. Their body design and shape also helps them to live comfortably in their habitats. You will answer the question and answers given on task number 3 in the page number 8 later on. And some crafts, activities and some stories here also. My reflections you will do also in the next class. Now let's start with the chapter of weather. What is weather? Let's see. You may know what is the weather prediction, the weather and its elements, and the weather predictions to predict the weather in the future, and the weather elements. What are the weather elements? Let's see. First, let's understand the definition of weather. Weather is the condition of the atmosphere around us. There are changes in temperature, humidity and rainfall every day. These changes determine the weather of a place. Weather forecasts tell us about the expected weather of the place. So now, there are some factors that change weather, which are temperature, humidity, wind and rainfall. And what is temperature, that we will identify in the next video. And we measure and express temperature in degrees Celsius or Fahrenheit. These are the units of temperature. Yes. Okay. Now let's see what is this. Okay. Now let's come with the humidity will also revise in the next session, and we'll do wind in the next session. What is sea breeze? What are land breeze? And what is rainfall? We'll do. And water cycle. There are 4 processes in the water cycle. We all know that we have learnt in the previous grades, which are evaporation, condensation, precipitation and collection. Rainfall is measured using a rain gauge. You must know this, okay? Now you must know what are natural hazards, which are called natural disasters or natural calamities, which are landslide, earthquake, drought, volcanic eruptions, avalanche, flood, storm and tsunami. They happen due to the climate change and the global warming. Okay, now we will understand the causes of these natural disasters in the next class and what to do. Disaster preparedness, how to prepare for disasters, disaster relief agencies, which are natural disaster response force is the full form of NDRF. Plan India, Red Cross and the Defense Forces. Okay, now there is. Now let's come to the chapter of air. What is air? Okay, air is present all around us. The earth is covered with a blanket of air called its atmosphere. This is where all the weather phenomena occurs. That atmosphere stretches up in the sky to a height of 100 kilometers. It is made up of gases, particles, and tiny living things called as microorganisms. Okay, now let's see. Now let's come to the uses of air, which are: air can inflate things, air helps things fly, air can help things stay afloat, air helps move things, air helps dry wet things, and air helps things burn due to the help of oxygen. And the air affects weather. You must remember these. And there are some experiments with air, and now let's see what the air is composition. Air is a mixture of gases, some particles, tiny living things, and water vapor. Nitrogen, oxygen, and carbon dioxide and argon are the four main gases present in the air. Nitrogen is present in the highest quantity, followed by oxygen. Carbon dioxide and argon are the gases are present in small amounts, as shown in the pie chart. Can you see in the picture? This is the pie chart. Here, can you see? This is nitrogen, the yellow is nitrogen, this is the red one is, the green one is oxygen, and the red one is carbon dioxide or argon. We don't know exactly what it is, but it may be two of them. Now the gases are nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide and argon. Particles are dust, sand, pollen, grains and other particles. Tiny living things like microorganisms are like bacteria, viruses, dust mites and fungi or fungus. And the water vapor is the water in the gaseous state. Okay, now let's see the properties of air. You must know what is the formula of water. What is the formula of water? What is the formula of water? It is H2O. That you will learn in the older grades in chemistry subject. When you will have this chemistry subject, you will learn about it more. In more detail, you will learn about it. The formula, just remember, the formula of water is H2O. It is one hydrogen atom and another hydrogen atom and one oxygen atom. Now it is made up of many tiny invisible things called atoms. Atoms combine together to make up molecules. Hydrogen and oxygen are made up of two atoms of the same type. Yes. We have some experiments also. Okay, what is matter? You must know. It is a theory, that is a thing that occupies space and has mass. Air exerts pressure is a one property, and air can be compressed. You must know what is air pollution, the causes of air pollution, effects of air pollution, and ways to reduce air pollution. Okay, now that's some action. Now let's go to the next chapter, which is water. What do you drink when you feel thirsty? What do you carry with you in a bottle? We all drink water when we feel thirsty. Why do we need water? The living world depends on water for its survival. All the life on our planet would die without water. It is a habitat for a large number of plants and animals. There are many uses of water, like it is used in homes for drinking, cleaning and cooking. It is used in industries, in agriculture, in generating electricity, in construction and in recreation and sports, in transportation and in extinguishing fires. And there are also, you know this fact, incredible fact of science. 3/4 of our body is covered with water. It is a component of blood, sweat and urine and tears, saliva and all other body fluids. You must drink 8 glasses of water daily. The surface of water, Earth is called a blue planet because almost 3/4 of the Earth is covered with water. You must know forms of water: solid, liquid, gaseous state. About rivers, to gain knowledge about rivers, the hydrologic or the water cycle. And there are two more processes in the water cycle. The one process is runoff, which is also known as surface runoff, and the other process is infiltration. You must know the properties of water, which is the formula of water is H2O. Water is colorless, transparent and clear liquid. It is odorless and tasteless too. It has no shape, it is shapeless. Water freezes to form ice at 0 degrees. And it boils at 100 degrees. You must know sinking and floating in water. We have conducted a lot of experiments on this. Solubility in water, soluble substances, universal solvents, and other things. Measuring water, what are the units of measuring water, how water reaches us, collection, cleaning, coagulation, sedimentation and decantation, disinfection, filtration, chlorination, and how water is supplied to our homes. Then we have soil, formation of soil, life in soil, weathering of rocks, agents of weathering, sun, rains, and types of soil we have, which is gravel, sand, silt and clay. and we have soil horizon, and we have some activities as well conducted. And we have some about food balance diet, photosynthesis in plants, how do we get energy, plants as source of food and animals as source of food, about food balance diet and energy giving food, carbohydrates, bodybuilding food, protective food, eating right and staying fit. And we have health and disease, which is communicable diseases, non-communicable diseases, causes of diseases, and we have bacteria, viruses, proteins, and some what do we call them? Some examples. We have growing numbers plants, reproduction of the plants, and we have how seeds travel, seed dispersal, and we have interdependence in nature. How do plants and animals depend for their food for the survival? Decomposition, we have food chains, pollinators, and we have the earth and the moon, and about the space and the universe, our solar systems, stars, galaxies, rotation, revolution, solar eclipse, lunar eclipse, and everything, surface of the moon, phases of the moon, human exploration of the moon, migration in aquatic animals, migration in land animals, migration of birds, and we have maps and directions, and we have maps, and we have a globe. What is the globe? Let me see and show you a picture. You may have seen this is called a globe. It is full of many countries. So let's start. We will learn about this concept in the next class. We have thematic maps, physical maps, and we have a GPS, which is known as GPS. We have a device or a global positioning system, and we have technology and pollution, water pollution, air pollution, sources of air pollution, and we have prevention of air pollution, all about pollution. Increasing the air pollution is a cause of concern in our cities. We have force and motion, and we have frictional force, gravitational force, magnetic force, and we have describing force, and we have different units of forces, and we have magnetic forces, direction and effects, and we have going to space. We have learned in previous grade what is space, and we have humans and space exploration, how rockets fly into the space, handling the data, steps of handling data, future skills and sustainability, life skills, the shapes of rockets. How can we improve the design? The steps of create designs are ask, imagine, improve, create and plan. And we have some interesting experiments at the end combined with many concepts. So now we will see in the next video. Bye bye. Please subscribe, like and share, and do comment in the comment box. Bye bye.